Hi everyone, Trashfellow here, and today I'm about to show you a very special edition from Dawn of the Dead. This time actually a Laserdisc edition. And this Laserdisc edition, believe it or not, came out in Germany in the year 1995 and has a lot to tell. Well, first of all, what we do have here actually is a Laserdisc that has a kind of gatefold cover. So you can open this up, and on the inside there's a lot to show, but that will be shown later on. First of all, what is really interesting about this Laserdisc edition is the fact that it is supposed to be limited to, as you can see, 100 copies worldwide. Now this fact actually caught my eye, and I was searching on the internet a lot of infos about this edition, but I couldn't really find out where the proof actually is that this edition is really limited to 1,000 copies, because we don't have here actually any number on this edition that indicates probably that it could be limited to 1,000 copies. So pretty weird to my mind. But nevertheless, I think it is still a great edition to have, because there are a couple of things here included that reveal a couple of things that you might not know about Dawn of the Dead. Well, taking a closer look at the cover itself, first of all, what we do have here on the front is the typical Italian front cover of Dawn of the Dead. And why have they chosen the Italian cover? Well, that's pretty easy to answer that question, because if you take a closer look here above, it is the original cinematic or theatrical version from Dario Argento. Well, of course it is not the original theatrical version that we know, because the original theatrical version is actually the Romero cut. But here inside is the Argento cut. And believe it or not, this edition, or this cut edition, has become more and more famous at that time during the 90s in Europe, and was also called as being the European cut. Now, taking a closer look at the spine, this Laserdisc is not as thick as I thought. First of all, pretty weird that it is in a reverse mode here, printed on, but nevertheless I think looks great. Taking a closer look at the back side, and this looks great to my mind. A couple of great snapshots that they took here from the movie itself and put it on the back side. Yeah, I really do love them. And the length goes about 117 minutes. Now, talking about the length, I do have to admit that Laser Paradise, or Astro at that time, did some mistakes with this edition. Even if 117 minutes is listed here on this Laserdisc, the movie only goes about 114 minutes. Although I think that all the scenes that were cut out here are just plot scenes and not the brutal scenes that we used to enjoy. Above that, the Laserdisc shows in one or two scenes some kind of red tone that looks pretty weird. Don't know what they did at that time when they tried to put it on a Laserdisc transfer, but there are some mistakes hidden in the movie itself, probably because they took it from a Super 8 source, because these had at that time, or still have sometimes, this kind of red tone when they are very old. Now, nevertheless, let's take a closer look at the inside of this great Laserdisc edition and opening this thing up. Now, the inside of this Laserdisc edition is actually, to my mind, the most interesting part, because you do get here a very detailed description of the Monroeville Mall, in a very detailed way. I will get this a little bit closer though, so that you guys can see this. Here we do have the upper level, then the stores that are here included, including all the descriptions, very detailed way. Really do love this. And as far as I know, I think this is the only edition that includes this kind of gimmick. Here we do have the lower level. Looks great to my mind. And here below, Monroeville Mall. And taking a closer look at the center, we do here have a very interesting notice. And as I said it before, the quality is a little bit poor in some scenes here, but here's the reason why the quality is so poor. And to short this a little bit up, what it does say is that there weren't enough good master tapes of Dawn of the Dead left, and for that reason this edition is a mixture between the 35mm theatrical version and a Laserdisc edition that has been cut together. So therefore that's the reason why the quality is in some scenes so poor. Here we do have the mall again, and here is something interesting as well. Different countries, different titles, but that is something that I will talk about in a different video. And here we do have, of course, something about the content of the movie. Now that is basically it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this short presentation of another Dawn of the Dead edition, limited to 1,000 copies, that came out in the year 1995. One of a rare item today, goes about, I think, 100 euros or 150 euros. So pretty hard to find, but for those who really love Dawn of the Dead editions, this is a great catch and a great item to have. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and as usual, guys, hope to see you all next time.